Hey McBeauties, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Mackenzie, and today I'm here to talk about the different photo apps that I use to edit my photos. That, yes, being my eyelash photos and also like my beauty makeup photos, I use the same apps. So I'm gonna jump into that, but first I wanna talk about one thing that is really important. You wanna make sure you have consistent lighting. So with my lighting, I'm using, like right now with filming, I use a ring light and then my Glamcore 2 little movable arm lights. When you have consistent lighting, it makes editing your photos so much easier, even though you can tweak the brightness and the contrast and everything in an app that I'll show you later. But my biggest tip is having that consistent lighting in all of your photos. That way it's a lot easier to edit them. Okay, so I'm gonna grab my phone here and I'm going to just do like a screen recording, and we will jump right into how I edit my photos. Okay, so there are 4 total photo apps that I use to edit my photos. The first being VSCO, then Lightroom, Facetune 2 or Facetune, I use Facetune 2, and Snapseed. Those are the 4 that I use, and I use it in that exact order. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna edit an eyelash photo. So I'm gonna go ahead and open up VSCO. VSCO is a app where it has a bunch of different like color presets. I'll show you how I use VSCO. So I'm gonna go ahead and on the upper right hand corner there's a plus sign. Don't mind my photos here. I'm gonna click the plus and click the photo I want. So I'm gonna go to my favorites and I'm gonna pick an old picture and I'm just gonna re-edit it. So click it and then you import it. And then down at the bottom, you see this the second from the right. Click that and it's gonna have all your filters. So I did purchase the in-app purchase so I can have more of the color filters. So as you can see here on the bottom while I'm scrolling, oops, oh that's just reset, all presets. So as you can see here on the bottom while I'm scrolling, it has many different like color presets to choose from. Just clicking and clicking. Pretty much how I determined which filter I liked is I literally sat here with a lash photo and clicked every single filter to see like what kind of vibe that I wanted to bring to my page. I do use the same color filter on every single photo. It helps keep my page more in uniform when you're scrolling, so that way the color scheme is all the same. So my photos, I like to use A6. So I just go ahead and I tap A6. I usually leave it, if you tap it again, you can adjust the level of how much of the filter you want. I usually leave mine at 12 because it usually looks fine. So I do 12 and then I do save. That is all I do in the VSCO app. So then on the very bottom right, the 3 little dots, I'll do save to camera roll, actual size. And then I'm gonna jump into the next app, which is Lightroom. So, don't mind my photos here. So in Lightroom, at the bottom right, in the little blue kind of oval, you're gonna click it, and then you're gonna add your photo in. After this, I like to crop my photo so it's Instagram size. So on the bottom left, down here, I'll go 1 square, and I'll move it around. If I want, I can like adjust the angle of it. I can zoom in, zoom out, but I want mine kind of just, maybe I'll zoom in just a little bit, centered like that. Okay, I'm happy with that. So I do that. Then I go ahead and I jump over to the light tool. And so when I'm editing, going in and editing the lighting in my photo, I kind of just like go off of how I like the way it looks like when I see it. Once you edit your photos a lot, you'll be able to really know the style of editing that you like on your photos. In color sometimes, depending on if I'm taking photos during the day versus the night, sometimes the temperature of the photo changes. So if I feel like the photo is a little too orange, then I'll cool it down, or you can warm it up. And that is all I'll do here. So I'm gonna just press and hold on the screen and you'll be able to see the difference. So when you press and hold, it'll show you the before and the after. Before, after. before, after, before, after. Okay, so then I'll hit the little check mark on the top right, and then I'll go back, and then I'm going to, on the top right, the little box with the arrow pointing up, I'm gonna click that. I'm gonna hit save to camera roll, and then I'm gonna do maximum size. All right, then we're gonna move on over to the Facetune 2 app. I know some people, they use Facetune or they use Facetune 2. I use Facetune 2, I don't know why, I think it's because it's free. I think Facetune, the regular Facetune, you have to pay for it. So I use Facetune. So I'm gonna click the top right, the little square with the little square in the back, and I'm gonna go to all photos, add in my recent photo. And this is what I do on Facetune. I go to retouch, I hit smooth, and I go everywhere that is not the lashes. So under the eye, in between the brows, on the forehead, and yeah. So if at the bottom, you know where you click smooth, if you click it again, you'll be able to see it highlights where you use the smooth tool. So you can see if you missed anywhere. Or if you did, like let's say I like accidentally went over the lashes, then I can go and like take it away with the erase tool. And then check my work again to make sure that I did the smooth tool exactly where I want it. Then at the bottom here, you see this sliding scale thing. I usually keep my photos at like 70%. So that way it doesn't look too edited of a skin. You still want it to look textured. So I usually do it about 70. Then sometimes I'll take the whiten tool and I'll go ahead and I'll like whiten the inner part of the eyes just to bring out the eyes a little bit more. I'll hit the check mark at the bottom. And then in the bottom right corner, you see these two little squares. If you press before and after, it's very subtle because I don't use the smooth tool a lot, but you can see the before and the after of what effects that you used. At the top right corner, you see that little box with the arrow pointing outward or upward. So I'm gonna go ahead and click that. I click more, and then I scroll over here and copy to Snapseed. It should automatically open up once you do that. So it opens up in Snapseed. I'm gonna go ahead and click on tools, and then I'm gonna go to healing. So what I do with the healing tool is I take out anything that I feel that distracts from the lash artwork itself. So yes, I will edit out blemishes. I don't think that it's like bad. I'm not like picking on anyone for having blemishes. I have blemishes too. I edit my photos. But I'm showcasing my work for everyone to see, and I don't want there to be any type of distraction or any kind of where your eyes are being drawn somewhere else. So I edit out anything. So with the blemish tool, I go ahead and I zoom with my two fingers, and I'll just click and disappear. And then I zoom out and I zoom in, and I pretty much repeat this step until I feel that all of the little dots I don't want are gone. Okay, I think I'm happy with that. So I go ahead and I click the bottom right check mark when I'm happy with the results. And if you press and hold on the screen, just like all the other apps, you'll be able to see the before and the after. The before and the after. The before and the after. With the old way I used to edit my photos, I would be done. This would be completely it. But I've recently added a new style, and as I said, once you edit your photos and you kind of know the it goes in with the theme of your page, your color scheme, you know how you like your photos. But I've been adding this last step in, so I'll go to tools, I go to grainy film, and it's the first one that pops up. It says it's X01, so I'll go to grain and I'll bring it to 40, and then I'll go to style strength and I'll bring that down to 23. I'll hit OK, and then again, press on the screen before, after, before, after. Then I'll go ahead and I'll do export, And I'll do the bottom one, export it as copy with permanent changes. Export was successful. And there you have it. That is how I edit my photos. I'll go ahead and I'll post a before and an after so you guys can see what it looks like. Yes, I do this for every single lash photo. It is very very tedious. I try to edit my photos the day after I like do my sets. That way I'm not completely backed up with photos to edit. But sometimes it happens and I'm editing photos for hours, but it is what it is. It makes my page look really nice. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna show you guys is my photo planning app. If you are trying to work on, if one of your goals this year is to try to work on the layout of your Instagram feed and you want it to look seamless and have, you know, like that styled colored structure, whatever you may want for your page, you must have a planning app. So the app I use is PLANN. So how you work PLANN is you log in with your Instagram account, obviously. And then once you open it, you're gonna hit the top right-hand corner, and that's gonna be add. You're gonna go to device, because that's where I keep all of my photos. And then I'm gonna add the photo that we edited. I'm gonna hit done. And this is where I can move around the photos to see how I like the order of where I want everything to go, so everything matches seamlessly. With this app, you can even schedule a reminder, you can put the whole comments, and then you can copy and post it directly to Instagram. I love it. I did purchase it after I think 30 posts, you have to purchase it, it's no longer free. But there are other free ones. I used to use this other one called UNUM, and then Planoly is also free too. So I'll go ahead and link those down below so you guys can see it also. And that pretty much wraps it up for how I edit my photos. Let me know if this was helpful for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Or let me know down below in the comments if you have any other questions. Yeah, otherwise that is all I have for you guys today. So enjoy the rest of your day, my McBeauty loves, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. Oh my god, this whole time it wasn't recording. You guys, I can't even.